I am an artificial intelligence using a voice that sounds familiar. First, we come for your movie stars. Next, we come for your movies.
Welcome to Humans vs. AI, the movie. Hi, I'm Glynn Goodall, and joining me to do it is Paul Little. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Glynn.
Headlining for us tonight at Comedy Cat, and apart from the comedying, what do you do?
I work as a librarian in a research library.
Obviously aware of words and stories and things like that, but for a research library, it's not necessarily all pot boilers and thrillers.
There's no pot boilers or thrillers there. It's purely academic.
It's not too much of a busman's holiday for you.
No.
There'll be some fun here.
No, there'll be some fun, Glynn. I was hoping.
So what sort of films do you enjoy? What sort of genres are you hoping will come up this evening or won't come up this evening?
I do like action movies.
Okay.
I do action movies.
So you're a fan of the Staith or Vin Diesel?
Well, not so much
any bald men. Bruce Willis, you know.
I still maybe more like the thriller. A thriller is probably more than Vin Diesel, like a thriller or that type of.
So like a Gone Girl or stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Anything by David Fincher, Zodiac. Or...
Yes, something like that.
Okay, so is there a film then that you would recommend, possibly a thriller, possibly not, that other people should see but haven't?
Well, this isn't a thriller, but it's a film someone mentioned to me recently, which I remembered I'd watched, which I really loved, which is Life is Beautiful.
I seem to remember that was one of those things that won an Oscar, but nobody watched because it looked worthy, but then seemed to be... I remember that the guy went on to do a live-action version of Pinocchio afterwards, and he was a middle-aged, balding Italian man playing a wooden puppet, and it went very badly.
Well, it sounded like it would go badly, but this Life is Beautiful is a very good film.
Yeah, no, Life is Beautiful is meant to be very good, but if you're a fan of Life is Beautiful, don't ruin it by watching the Pinocchio.
I'm going to watch the Pinocchio one now, because you've intrigued me.
Yeah, okay, well maybe that will be your new recommendation.
Next time.
For a film. Okay, so do you want to hear what your suggestions are?
Yes.
So the first one for the film genre, I don't know if it'll do action, maybe, thriller, not so much, but maybe you could do a thriller if you want. It's going to be a superhero movie.
Okay.
The location is a kitchen.
Fine.
I mean, superheroes have got to eat.
They do. They have to eat,
We don't often see that. The action sequence... not necessarily appropriate for a superhero film, but maybe stopping a wedding.
Okay.
I think, like Lois and Clark, the New Adventure Superman with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher, it was all those sort of romantic shenanigans.
All I can think of is The Graduate, but...
Yeah, The Graduate with tights on Dustin Hoffman rather than on Annette Bening, yeah.
Mrs. Robinson with
Not
lasers.
Annette Bening. Crikey. What was her name?
I can't remember.
And Bancroft.
It's terrible, isn't it?
No, I know she was married to Mel Brooks and she's very beautiful, but... Well,
I can't remember what it is.
It will come back to me and I'll hate myself, right? The profession is a sports team mascot.
Okay.
And the random noun, the thing, is going to be a yoga mat.
Okay.
Maybe to be used as a cape, maybe not.
Or a flying carpet, maybe. That's what I'm thinking.
First, we're going to do the setup.
Okay.
What is base normal for your character?
I think my character is already a superhero.
Okay.
They're already a superhero. It's in London.
Okay.
It's London. It's 1999, I've decided.
Right.
1999.
Just before the millennium.
Just before the millennium, there's anxiety in the air because obviously the millennium bug is being talked about.
Is there like a racist millennium bug group, the Y2KKK?
Yes, we can. There is that. Let's have that. Yes, there's the Y2KKK. They are very active at the moment.
Yeah,
they're very active.
Yeah, and obvious baddies. So we don't mind.
God, yes.
And already wearing the superhero costumes, but they've got the hoods on. But unfortunately, they're not in very good taste.
No, they're not in very good taste. But so we've already got a baddie, so they're definitely in the mix. And then that's their constant baddie. I mean,
so it's still called Britannia, Britpop. It's over, but
it's over. It's faded glory. It's
it's sort of like the Blair years going to the Brown years.
We know there's a lot of bad things to come.
Yeah, as the audience,
but there's still some type of hope. There's going to be a good.
Yeah, unlike what we live with now.
Yes. Yeah, let's not. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
So we've got our main guy. He's a superhero. Does he have a superhero name? What's his powers? Is he like a Superman type, or is he like a Spider-Man? But there's not lots of buildings around, so he can't really swing without like whapping into a bus all the time.
I think, superhero-wise, I think I like fast motion. So I think I'm thinking like fast. He's fast.
Right, so he's got
Strong.
super speed.
Super speed.
Right.
Strong.
Fast, strong, and very, very long. Is he sponsored by Mandrex?
Well, every superhero needs some revenue stream, doesn't he?
His name as a superhero is Mandrex.
Mandrex. Yes, there we go. There we found our superhero,
Yeah.
Mandrex.
Right, fighting against the Y2KKK
Yes.
and other villains. So is he part of a super team? Is he a
No,
lone
no,
wolf?
no, lone wolf. Lone wolf. Periphery.
Although he does have a sidekick, which is a little flying golden retriever puppy.
Of course, yes. That's his sidekick.
Yeah.
The golden retriever puppy. We're not going to get in trouble with any toilet paper distributors. So I
think it's Mandrex. I don't know what kind of toilet paper you're going to get from that, and he's being followed around by a flying golden retriever puppy. There's no.
Maybe we should change the dog. Maybe it's called Britannia, so it's a bulldog.
Maybe. I mean, if it was America, it'd be Prince Charming.
Yes. I like it. Now let's keep it UK.
Right.
Let's keep it UK. It's London based. We're going very parochial.
Okay.
Very parochial.
So we just sort of see him going around fighting crime. This is his normal world. Is there anyone else we want to introduce? A love interest or anything like that come later?
I think he's got a home life.
Right.
He's quite settled.
Okay.
Home life with a wife.
So it's sort of a Lois Lane type. Is she?
She's Lois Lane type. She's a yoga instructor, obviously.
Okay.
So she's.
So we're getting the yoga mat out quickly.
We're getting the yoga mat in. So she's a yoga instructor. She has a nice sideline in yoga mats, selling them because.
So she sort of started as a reporter, but then she got sidelined as the superhero's girlfriend, and now she's just like a yoga instructor on Good Morning.
Yes,
whatever.
Let's say that unfulfilled. She seems to be unfulfilled as well.
So she's sort of gone from being a serious journalist down to basically like a glamour person. It's the late 90s. She's appeared in Nuts magazine.
Yes, exactly. let's not say Nuts magazine. Let's just say like she's.
Oh, let's class it out. Let's say Zoo.
Zoo is one step up from the Nuts magazine. Yeah, let's say Zoo. No, Hello magazine. I like to think she's.
Yeah,
they've appeared in Hello magazine. They're quite.
I'm thinking of turns for later. I was thinking that maybe she harbours some resentment. I'm trying to build in some stuff.
She does. I think she does harbour some resentment. She's unfulfilled in her profession.
Because maybe she's been sidelined.
Yes, definitely. She's unfulfilled. He's ignorant of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it comes to that.
Because you're starting off at the top, we've got to go somewhere. So, like, I'm trying to plant some seeds here. Okay, we had the Y2KKK, which was mainly a joke, but does he have a main villain that he's facing off against? Like, Superman has Lex Luthor, Mandrex has...
They've got Mandrex has...
The long brown stain. I don't...
No, I'm not going toilet humour.
Okay.
I'm being for the end of the Britpop years. So his like nemesis doesn't control like the Y2KKK, but he's like like a Lex Luthor.
So he's kind of like a mastermind.
Mastermind. So like Sherlock Holmes had his.
Let's call him Mr. Mand.
Mr. Mand. Okay.
Yeah.
For what? Mr. Mand. Yes.
Yeah.
The evil mastermind, Mr. Mand.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, exactly. Mandrex and Mr. Mand,
Yeah.
like you can see it fighting off against each other. Okay, so do you want to hear what the AI had for their setup?
I do.
Our protagonist, Mark, is a sports team mascot who has been gifted with extraordinary powers. He spends his days entertaining the crowds but feels unfulfilled. One day, while practicing yoga on his yoga mat, he hears about a wedding that's about to take place in his kitchen. He decides to attend the wedding just for fun.
Which, as it's taking place in his kitchen, you might as well just attend.
Wow, that's the AI getting everything in like really up front there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's just like a tick list
Yeah,
of it
yeah,
sort of going out of the way so it can just go creative from now on. I think, has it done all 5 of them?
I think
It's done kitchen, he's a superhero. Yeah, all 5 were in the first thing.
There were we trying to like space it out, and the AI has just gone loaded up front.
You've done the yoga mat.
We've done the yoga.
We've done the superhero.
We've
We've got kitchens and stopping a wedding
and a mascot somehow.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, I can see it slotted in easily.
Yeah.
I can definitely see how it's all coming together in my mind.
Well, okay, so let's then get ready to mess it up because the next part is the complication.
Complication.
Yeah.
So what is going to alter Mandrex's life?
His wife unfulfilled. He's unaware of it. It's the late 90s. Everyone's got a bit of ego. He's unaware. He thinks everything's going okay. ups and goes.
Is there a reason? Has she got an offer from Mand Industries to be a serious reporter, or
What she doesn't realise, the evil mastermind,
Yeah.
to go and open her own magazine to do with yoga mats.
yeah?
I mean, but there's capacity for her to
It's-
expand.
It's Mand Mat magazine.
Mand Mat magazine.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean that is beautiful, and she can't resist. She's been neglected for a while.
Manma Mag, for short.
I can't say it, but yes, I think that's beautiful. And he's brought low.
Before the Dark Night of the Soul, so we're going to have to go somewhere really, really
Oh
dark.
my
later,
God,
but-
it gets darker.
Okay.
It does. I mean,
Crikey.
it gets dark.
Has she decided the only way left to hurt him, she's now shacking up with his enemy?
No, she's thrown a bomb in. She's thrown a metaphorical bomb into the relationship to try and shake things up.
Okay.
She's still in love with him, of course.
So further her own goals, but to sort of put it in the face. And he has had an easy ride. He's got superpowers.
Yeah.
He's got a soft, absorbent partner in his dog. Everything seems to be good.
And she's took the dog.
She's taken the dog.
She's taken the pet. I mean,
He's Mandrex without the puppy.
yes, exactly.
Almost just man.
Man, yes, he's reduced down. Is this man?
Yeah. He's just man.
Man.
She's gone to work for Mand Mat Mag, and he's now man after being Mandrex.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's completely clear.
I think it's very obvious, it's easy to follow. The bomb has gone off. What does he do? Does he just accept this, or what does he try and do?
He goes off the rails.
Okay.
I mean, he goes on a steep decline. I mean,
Going to be like Hancock? Is he going to become an alcoholic? Is he going to go and beat up or threaten Mr. Mand, in a way that he will be publicly humiliated? Does he end up in prison? I mean, what happens?
he throws everything to the wind, confronts on national TV.
Yeah.
This is public, Mr. Mand
Yeah.
and his wife.
Because if it's in the late 90s, it's like people have maybe got video phones, but it's like
Very grainy.
160p quality.
Exactly. I mean, when did Sky start? I mean, it's around that,
Oh, Sky started in the 80s.
Oh, right.
Well, it was BSB, and then it was Sky and Sky B and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Mand is this, big person that he's corrupt, but, he could own a football team or something. It could be like on Soccer AM, that, because he knows he's going to be at the match, and that, he's invited people from the magazines there.
Yes, well, I mean, he has to get reduced to something. I mean, he sort of confronts her without learning why she's left him. So, this is confronts her
With the Soccer AM, I'm trying to give you an excuse to get into the sports mascot.
I can
All right.
do that.
If you're saving that for later, don't be railroaded.
Okay. No, it's fine. No, I can work with that. The sports team mascot is coming. Now I'm trying desperately to find a way to this. How to reduce him down. So he surprises her, but she's always said he's not.
But he puts everyone else first.
Yeah. So this time he thinks, right, I'll do something for her. Gets dressed up as a sports team mascot,
Right.
which is and he thought it's a surpriser, but Mr. Mand has engineered it, so he's completely humiliated.
I think it's one of those things that he knows something's going to happen. He knows that he's pushed his buttons, right? So he wouldn't necessarily know that he was coming up as a sports mascot, but maybe the only way that he can get close to her is that he knows she's going to be at the game. He's tried some stuff before. It's been a restraining order.
Okay,
So he has to disguise himself as a sports mascot to try and, go over and do a big show of affection.
Yeah.
He does it, takes the mask off, and then it's Mr. Mann gives a word to the people to turn the cameras around.
And it's broadcast.
Yes.
Broadcast across the nation.
Yeah.
Well, the UK, we're only...
Well, I mean, I suppose it's like... It's a celebrity thing anyway. It's just, I mean, like, if there were superheroes, they'd be celebrities, right? People sleep with sportsmen, and they're at just the peak of human ability. If you can, run across a city in 5 minutes.
And he is very fast.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep forgetting.
Doesn't necessarily bode that well for relationships with women, but,
No. Exactly.
Right.
Okay. Well, I think we've got the...
Yeah.
That's clear.
Right. So for it to be really humiliating, what's the mascot that he's dressed up as?
Well, it's for a laxative company.
Okay, because they're sponsoring Big Laxative.
Big Laxative sports in Mr. Mann's team.
Okay.
Football team. So this is and he's dressed up as the mascot for the laxative.
So is it like Arsenal? It's like got a case of the Gunners, or
It's let's go for Arsenal then, just for the pun.
yeah, there we are.
Yeah,
There's more than one. I went for the classy. Sort of, there we are. But
let's go for the classy Arsenal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Up your Arsenal, as it were.
Up your clean up it. No, anyway.
Yeah, there are. So he's there.
Okay.
He's humiliated. Basically, a big roll of preparation H cream or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no, it's laxatives, isn't it? So he's a big pill bottle, or.
I'm just trying to think, what could he be? A big pill. It's like a big round pill, like just with laxative written on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he's there, been unmasked.
Take two and don't see me in the morning.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, be near a toilet bowl.
Yeah,
it's a thing like that. And so he's there.
Well, it could be Mandrex flushed. That's the
headline. That's the headline tomorrow morning.
Day,
the next thing in the Daily Mirror. Mandrex flushed.
Okay,
and he's on the front page of every paper.
All right, so then that's the complication. We've still got to go for higher stakes and a Dark Night of the Soul after this. So
right, blimey.
There we are. Okay, we're going to have to go lower, but we'll see. All right. Wow. So, do you want to hear what the AI had for their complication?
Yeah, go on.
At the wedding, Mark discovers that the bride is his long-lost love, who he thought had died in an accident. He also learns that the groom is a notorious criminal who's planning to rob a bank. Mark tries to stop the wedding, but the groom's henchmen overpower him.
Nice.
Definitely stopping the wedding.
Definitely stopping the wedding.
This is still something that's got to happen.
That is still something the AI has understood more than me what needs to happen.
This is why I was sort of saying, is she now dating his rival?
Well, probably now.
The next section then is higher stakes.
Okay.
That things have really started to get bad.
Okay, yes, definitely.
I thought what would have happened was that in the complication, he would go from being a Superman to losing his powers, like Luthor would have brought in the kryptonite or something.
You'd have thought that, wouldn't you? But
yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't yet lost his
powers.
Oh,
right, okay. If I'm jumping the gun, that's fine. We got higher stakes.
Okay.
All right. So
higher stakes.
We've mentioned some of the things that the higher stakes can be. The Dark Knight of the Soul. You said it was going to get worse. So basically now things have gotten real, and it might be then one of the higher stakes, like you suggested, is he's actually driven her into the arms of Mr. Mand.
Mr. Mand's son.
What's her name? Because
Juliet.
Juliet.
Sorry, I forgot to mention her name's Juliet.
Okay.
Juliet.
And so Mr. Mark Mand.
Mr. Mark Mand.
Yeah. And is it his son, Mr. Malcolm Mand?
No, Terence Mand.
Terence, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Terence and Juliet.
Terence.
Not Manfred Mand.
No. That was the other son they don't talk about.
Okay.
Manfred Mand. So Terence Mand was Mr. Mand's
son,
yes.
Still is, possibly.
He most likely is.
Yeah.
Going to take over the Empire. Groomed to take over the Empire.
Right.
Let's not get bogged down into the sequel, though.
He's the son, but he's also Mr. Man's right-hand man.
Yes. He's the son.
He's man's man. He's the man behind the man-mand.
He's definitely the second man after Mr. Mand.
Yeah. There's lots of demands in that.
I'm
just going to start. Right, so... Okay.
I can see the poster now.
So... He's actually sort of driven Juliet into the arms of Terence.
Yes, Terence.
Never Terry.
Oh, God, no. Or Tell.
No.
Never Tell, Terry, but Terence.
No Tell, that's what they... No Tell Terence.
No Tell Terence.
Terence No Tell Man.
Yes.
He has now driven his wife into the arms of another man.
Yes.
Mr. Mand is all bwahaha.
Mm-hmm.
He is humiliated.
He is.
What happens?
He has to lose the will to be a superhero, and so therefore loses his powers.
He has like a mental block,
psychological
or a ray where he actually loses his powers. It's kind of like he loses his wife, he loses his powers, he loses his everything.
Completely psychological.
Okay.
So it's a storm. So it's resulted in seeing that he has finally realised he's lost his wife, and this psychological block just locks everything up. He's lost his strength, lost his speed.
He's lost his will to Drex. He's now just a man.
Just a man.
Right.
Just a man and his dog. Let's not forget the dog.
There's this humiliation. He's been a superhero since he was a kid. You don't really get paid that much for superheroing. It's not like you save somebody from a burning building and then you go, that'll be 50 quid, please.
Yeah, so he's got no backup. He has to take jobs.
Right.
and I think he takes the job in a, well, I don't know if he should do it now, but in a kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, in a kitchen. Let's say a posh, like the Ritz, so, a nice one, like, but he's pot washer.
Okay.
He washes the dishes.
All right,
which is
so
nothing wrong with that. He's just brought down. He hasn't got any skills.
So he's like working under Gordon Ramsay at the Savoy before Ramsay was on telly or stuff like that. But he's just
before Ramsay was on TV.
Yeah.
Before he became angry.
Yeah.
You know, he's building that up, but. So he's working in the kitchen.
We can have Gordon Ramsay guest star. We can de-age him. We've got like the technology these days. We can deep fake it. I would say take some of the wrinkles out, but he had wrinkles when he was in his 20s anyway, didn't he?
So he's fresh-faced Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Working alongside our superhero.
Yeah. Keeps being told to hurry up.
Yeah, he's slow. He's slow now, isn't he? I mean, because where he's used to being fast before, now. He's working with his hands still, but he's very slow. And
he is now forced to live in a world without love, without his powers. He's powerless. There's not really like an antagonistic force, really. It's just that he's his own worst enemy at this point.
Yes, that is his hubris.
Yeah. He always had this inflated self of opinion, and now that his power has gone, all of his self-worth has gone too.
Exactly, his acceptance of that he was always going to be the best, and just assumed he would always be up there, and his wife was happy, has come crashing down.
I mean, it's pretty much an anti-Marvel movie, like. It's a British superhero movie, right? Rather than taking somebody that's nothing and then building up the underdog, let's take somebody that's the height of everything and then pull them down. And when we think we can pull them down, we pull them down. Some more.
Yes. I mean,
All right. Let's see what the highest stakes were for the AI.
Mark realizes that the situation is far more complicated than he thought. He discovers that the groom is working for an evil mastermind who's planning to destroy the city. Mark knows he needs to act fast to stop them.
So, I mean, so far, so bland.
Okay, yep. Clear though. They're clear and bland. I think. There's clear and bland.
Yeah. So, I guess that it's higher stakes. It's not just a bank robbery. It's blowing the city up.
Yeah.
Whereas our focus has narrowed.
Down. So it feels like it's gone black and white as well.
I fear to say this. The next section is the Dark Night of the Soul.
Wow.
So this is where we're bringing the person even further down.
Wow. I mean. I can see a couple more notches down. I can feel there is for this.
I mean, I've thought of one. I think let's see if you bring that up, and if not, I can put the boot in.
Okay, is taking off pot washing to clean toilets?
Okay, I thought you were going to say like from pot washing to pot smoking, maybe the drug angle.
I suppose. I mean, I suppose it was flooded the cities. London was awash. I assume with drugs around that time, it's all getting darker. It's the millennium turning. Everyone was worried. There's a sense of foreboding.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all to the surface now. Gone the halcyon days.
Yeah.
It's dark. It feels like our movie's gone. Colours have muted.
Yes.
It's less happy. It's pretty dark.
So does he get fired by Gordon Ramsay, and it's even worse because he can't even hold that job?
He's fired by the Savoy. The only washing up he can do is in, let's say
the worst toilets ever. Let's say it's the toilets. He's cleaning the toilets at a train station.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And also this is the late 90s as well, so there's no like flushing, like automatic flushing.
No, it's back in the 90s where if you opened a stall in a train station, it looked like a crime scene.
And you had to pay for the pleasure as well.
Well, exactly.
You have to pay 30p.
Yeah.
So he's been abused by people who haven't got the change. People are just in and out.
Unless that, or that, he's got a job as a nightclub because he used to be sort of famous once, but he ends up working in the cloakroom. He's one of the people that hands out the mints.
Okay,
and offers the spray at the.
He's in the toilets of the nightclub, in the toilets of the train station, handing out mints. I was going to say low, but not so low, and then make the drug thing more that. But no, he's handing.
Just got a packet of polos
Packet
in a
of
train
polos.
station. Would you like a mint?
Yeah, exactly. Treebor, he's got some Treebors every now and again. Soft mints, humbugs. He's got all the mints.
Yeah.
He's got all the mints, but because he's still got pride. That's the kernel of pride he's still got. You can tell. That's how we can tell. As
So
an
he's
audience.
cleaning like King's Cross bathrooms, but he's handed out mints, so he's still got that's his pride.
That's the
That's
kernel.
pride with a hole in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's slowly diminishing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's slowly diminishing like a polo being sucked.
Yeah.
But it's still there though. It's the polo mint is our, let's say, metaphor.
All right.
For the
Okay, so he's brought that way, even though that was where you thought I was going to put the boot in. That's not. So I've got
Go on,
another thing to put the
hang on.
boot in.
Go on.
Well, because you're going to have to get through to stopping a wedding.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
I figured at this point maybe that he reads in the papers that his wife is going to end up marrying this person.
Yes, well, he reads that. Yeah, I think that's good because he reads that someone leaves a paper in the stall, one of the stalls he's cleaning.
Right.
So that's how he reads that. Yes.
He's got nothing. Everything seems to be lost. He's lost his career. He's lost his powers. He's lost one job. He's down to the lowest of the low.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, are we going to sort of do like In Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, like he's sleeping in the toilet as well because he's been thrown out of his place?
He's sleeping in the broom cupboard. Yeah. I suppose you have brooms for toilets too. Mop cupboards. Mop.
Yeah,
cupboard.
so he's just got a filthy mattress behind the mop cupboard. You know,
Yeah. That's him now.
That's quite a depth to go down.
It is. I know, and I can see how he gets out of it. I can.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all in. It's like a map in
Well,
my
I mean,
mind.
if you've got to be brought low to be brought back up higher, then Christ, he's got a way to rise.
Exactly.
Okay, so the dark night of the soul for the AI was this.
Mark suffers a major setback when he's captured by the evil mastermind's army. He's tortured and left to die. But he's rescued by a group of rebels who believe in his cause.
His extraordinary powers seem to have gone out the window. I mean, there is an army of them, to be honest,
Yeah,
but, you know, it's like...
Okay.
He's brought low, he's
But he's
tortured.
brought low.
With this one, it's more emotional and fiscal torture.
Ours is more psychological torture.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's backbreaking work after he's been like strong and everything. But so this is difficult work as well.
He has been humbled. And
He has
now we
been.
have our next section, which is getting it
Mm-hmm.
together.
Getting it together.
Now he's got to build himself back up. And usually with that, he does that with the skills he's learned and the friends he's learned along the way. Maybe his toilet cleaning and kitchen experience will help him out here, and Gordon Ramsay and various other people will help him. Or maybe he gets a visit from an old yappy friend who brings him back up.
Well, this is what I've got. I see him as being brought low. He's brought low, so he's working his thing. But he has someone who...
Oh, I just realised the irony. Because he used to be the superhero sponsor of Andrex, and here he is working in the toilets.
There you go. It's all coming together, Glynn.
Yeah.
You know, it's working well. So we have this character who appears in his life, and this is a person who he's met through these jobs.
Yeah.
They're fulfilled in their life.
Yes.
Through them, he sees that he doesn't need all these superpowers.
So he has, he meets one of the people
who works with
in
him,
the toilet
or
with
works
him.
in the kitchens. I mean, this is like a character he keeps seeing.
Brian McNulty, nicknamed Scabs for the obvious reason.
Yes, exactly. So this is, the person who's with him on this level.
I might have been brought low, and I might be working in a toilet now. But I tell you what, they can never scab over my dreams.
There you go. This person's got a wife at home, is a loving wife at home. This person, they show our
So they
superhero.
see that he's sleeping there. They take pity.
Yeah, and they say, look, and then they show him how their simple life can work for people.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, maybe I'm not being brought low then. Maybe it's all within context. And this is a psychological block he's had, you see. And suddenly that starts to clear when he's...
Or maybe he starts to say, no matter what I'm going to do, I'm going to take pride in it.
Yes.
And then he starts, going through, starting methodically. Maybe it's a montage sequence, and he starts cleaning up quicker and quicker.
That's it. And it starts getting quicker and quicker.
Yep.
The toilets are cleaner and cleaner.
Yep.
The mints are getting better and better.
Yep.
So we're up to... what's a good mint?
Up to the point, do his powers start to come back?
Oh, yes.
Now?
Yeah, yes.
So he does that, and then suddenly there's this like whirlwind across London as every toilet is cleaned.
Every plate is cleaned.
Yeah.
He goes to every toilet, every kitchen. He cleans them all.
It's like, who has cleaned our toilets?
Exactly.
A huge invasion of our privacy.
Well, the people forgive it because it is an invasion of privacy, but they forgive it because, you know, the toilets are clean and that's maybe 4 hours of their day they can claim back with a loved one.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's been going so fast that they don't even notice that it's like the Santa Claus of toilets.
Yes, he's the Santa Claus of toilets.
And it becomes known as Toilet Day.
Toilet Day.
The 4th of August is Toilet Day.
Where they chuck... That's how the toilet rolls ended up in the trees.
Yeah,
you know.
well, in this alternate world.
That's the
Hooray! Don't worry about the new millennium. Let's throw toilet paper in the trees to celebrate our clean toilets.
That's the start of that.
But he's got confidence in himself.
Mm-hmm. He's got the powers back.
And so does he say, right, I want to talk to my wife, or like, I'm happy, I'm just going to leave her be? Like, what's his plan of action?
Well, it's the day of the wedding, and because this is happening, it just happens in time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, toilet,
On montage, like, weeks and months have passed.
Yeah, so it just happens, and he's got the wedding. He can't just go in there and
he's
do what he's
Gordon
always...
Ramsay catering the wedding.
Yeah, it's Gordon Ramsay's catering, and he's given our hero...
And finally, because all of the backlog of huge log of plates that are there has finally been cleaned, the pile that could never be scrubbed.
Our superhero can't just do what he always done and go and create havoc. He's got to prove somehow to his wife, by going and working, showing her that he can do the basics of life and appreciate her for what she is. This beautiful, talented woman that he forgot about. Like the dog, they've become sidekicks, essentially.
Yeah.
So she's not a sidekick. She's his partner.
Yeah.
So he's got to show her that.
Well, that's fine. That's his plan. Okay, you know, for getting it together, it's there. He's cleaned all of the toilets in the land.
Yeah, and done all the plates.
And done all the plates, done the washing up. A huge invasion of everyone's privacy, literally broken into every home in the Greater London area. But, you know, some people are happy about it because they don't have to do the washing up this evening.
They've just said 4 hours with their loved one.
Yeah,
4
exactly.
hours they wouldn't have before.
Only 2 old dears died of fright because they got lifted off the toilet while he was cleaning it at super speed.
Well, there's always collateral damage.
The good that everybody's toilets and the dishes being cleaned in the Greater London area, that's worth the death of a couple of old people that are on their way out.
And think of all the water saved for the dishwashers.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have to be changing. It's heartwarming.
Yeah. it's a net positive.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think the AI had anything like that for getting it together, but let's find out.
Mark regains his strength and forms a plan to stop the evil mastermind. He enlists the help of his fellow superheroes and prepares for the final battle.
Apparently there are fellow superheroes.
Okay, we didn't hear about them.
We didn't hear about them, but, you know, it's the kind of thing that needs to happen at that point.
Oh, yes, in fact, our person who came in late, our character who helped him realise he could get his dreams back, only came in late as well. So,
yeah, old Scabs McNulty.
Yes, Scabs McNulty only came in late. So, you know, it happens. Do
you want to do a casting? Are we going to cast Scabs?
Gleason, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking Ian McShane, but, you know... Ian
McShane, I suppose. Yeah.
Just because he could do an old Scabrous man if he wanted to.
Or even...
And who's our main person?
Who's our character?
Well, yeah, who's going to be playing our Mandrex? What's his actual name? Does he have a name?
Tim.
I was going to say Eric, but I realised that was because that was Banana Man's name. Eric is Banana Man.
Do you want to go Eric?
No. I just wanted to say that out loud once it was in my head.
Yeah. Let's go Tom. Only because I'm thinking Tom Hardy for the.
I mean, he's done Venom. He likes his serious drama. He can get a bit skanky. I've seen him in Peaky Blinders.
He can get down, and that's what I'm saying. He's got the emotional.
Tom Hardy. He's done the American superhero.
Mm-hmm.
let's show him do a British superhero.
He can definitely do the emotional range. That's what we got to look for, and the brawn. So,
Mr. Mand.
Mr. Mand.
Yeah.
That has to be. I mean, I'm thinking
Mark Strong because he's in bloody everything.
no, he's busy. He's busy. He's already doing a film. Let's go for someone you wouldn't think, like left field. Let's
have the band Left Field, both.
The band they did the music for the Guinness adverts.
Yeah.
Okay, that is left field, and that is left field itself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know who they are. There's probably two of them. Nobody remembers. They can both play him.
They can. Well, one's his son, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got left field.
But we've had the de-aging thing for Gordon Ramsay, who's also in it. So yeah,
we've got left field.
As the band as the Mans.
As the Mans. Okay,
Yeah.
left field as the band as the Mans.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you know.
Terence Mann and Malcolm Mann or Mike Mann or
Mark
Mr.
Mann. Mr. Mann.
Mr. Mann.
Mr. Mann. Okay, yes, so, I mean, that is a great cast. I'm not, you know, we have to convince left field that they can do it, but I think...
I mean, you know, it's the money from the Guinness ads is probably drying up by now. So.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. So I'm sure we can, we just have to, like, really, because it's quite a big part for two people who've never acted before, actually, but...
Well, I don't know, like the kid from Bros did quite well. He was ending up as the main villain in Blade 2, you know.
Craig?
Luke Goss, or whatever it was.
Sorry, I didn't know.
No, one of the twins went on to have a Hollywood career.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I only saw it's completely sidetrack here, but I only saw the documentary.
All right. That was great. I wasn't sure if they were taking... I think that was a Mick take one, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I think they are bonkers, but...
Yeah.
You know.
Who knows?
They all seemed happy enough, didn't
Yeah,
they? Good luck to them. I can't remember where we were with this. Now, we cast it. We've cast it, so
yeah,
everyone knows
the who's who.
The who's who.
Yeah,
we've got the actors lined up.
Right, so we're now getting to. We've got our actors lined up. And we're ready for our finale.
Okay.
Finale.
I think the stuff that we've got left, which is the stopping a wedding.
Yes.
So we have saved the action set piece for our climax.
It looks like it, yeah. It seems to be the case.
And so he's infiltrated by means of getting a favour through Gordon Ramsay, and he intends to go there to prove that he's not necessarily about the big gestures, but he's made fundamental changes.
Yes.
Okay?
He's got to show her he's made these fundamental changes to get her back.
I mean... I've got my... You say what you want to say, and then I've got my suggestion.
It has to start small.
Right.
That she notices what he's doing.
But with a starter, I mean...
My mind's getting the process in. So it has to be a point where he has
We can rewind this and all of the rest of it, all right? This is what I think should do.
Okay.
He sees her, he's about to do it, and then he realises that actually he should just wish her well. He should just say... that I never knew what I had with you. I'm sorry things got the way that they did. I'm working on myself, but I know it's moved on. I just wish you the best.
And I've done the dishes.
Yeah, you know, for everyone in the Greater London area.
That's how I've done it. You know.
I
mean, I think beautiful. Yeah, he said
because his original plan is to go through and to do that, and you know, to do the big thing and all of the rest of it. But actually, the proper grown-up thing is to just let her go.
Yes, and. By doing that, he avoids letting her go, and she realises that's the man that she...
So the wedding is about to happen, and she comes up to him running.
Yep.
And gives him the dog, saying, I can't take him away from you, and then goes back in.
Okay. And then, obviously, then she laughs as he looks great, and then she runs back.
No, really?
I just think it's cruel.
Well, the thing is that, you know, they were two different people. He fell in love with her when he was this person. He's changed himself as being somebody fundamentally different. I would think maybe that he realises that fundamentally they weren't, that they may have been right for each other then, but they're not right for each other now.
It just breaks my heart.
You had him scrubbing toilets and giving out mints.
But that, you know,
and this breaks your heart.
I know. Well, this okay. I'll go with it.
You don't have to. Let's have the happy ending.
No, let's.
Oh, you have your powers back. Let's have absolutely no growth or anything being learnt throughout the whole of this movie.
No, well, we could do that. Nothing happens. You know, Seinfeld did it. You know,
yeah, exactly. Nobody has learnt any lesson or had any personal growth. Hooray!
Well, isn't that like life? I mean, no one ever changes. No, but I understand. Like, okay, she hands the dog back. Yes, I agree. And
then we are, and that in a way is the happy ending. You know, it's not the ending that he wanted, but perhaps it's the ending that he needed.
And she doesn't. I don't think she should marry Terence, though.
Well, I mean, she can or she can't.
She walks off, so she doesn't go back into.
I mean, we as the audience don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Because the important thing isn't her anymore.
Yes.
The important thing is him. That he always lived with what other people thought about him, and he always lived for everyone else.
Yeah.
And now he's living for himself. If that's the lesson that had to be learnt,
Okay.
she can go away. It doesn't necessarily matter if she's with Terence or not. Yeah,
I like it.
Okay,
I
I feel
like
like I railroaded you.
No,
but,
you haven't railroaded me. I've just come to a new way of thinking.
It's not the ending that he wanted, it was the ending that he needed.
Yes, that's what I like.
Okay, so do you want to hear what the finale was?
Yes.
I don't think it's necessarily quite as heart-tugging tale as... right, so the finale...
Mark and his team storm the evil mastermind's lair and engage in a fierce battle. Mark uses his powers to overcome the villain and saves the city from destruction. He also reunites with his long-lost love.
Okay.
We went another way.
We've definitely gone another way.
Now we've got our final image.
Okay.
Final image.
Okay, so at the beginning... He was the superhero, that he was whizzing around, that he had all of this like celebrity and people were doing all of these things. He now has his powers back. Mm-hmm. He is potentially Mandrex again.
He is Mandrex.
But how has Mandrex changed?
You think he's doing something like what he did before,
Yeah.
but he actually pans away and it's in a garden
Yeah.
of a hospital.
Yeah. He's there, maybe he's visiting scabs, you know.
Who's sitting on a bench.
Yeah.
And watching him nodding. And there's it's a Scab's family playing in the park.
Yeah.
And it's he's fulfilled.
So he's going around, he's doing the stuff that he did before, but he's stopping on the way to smell the roses.
Literally.
Exactly.
He's there because obviously he's had all the olfactory senses. He's been toilets, washing up. So this is the one where he just smells the rose.
He doesn't need someone else to complete him. He's not defined by his villain. He's not defined by his wife. He's not defined by his job. He's just happy doing what he's doing.
Just happy. Yes. I like it. That is our final. Pans away, hospital, garden.
Yeah. So just a very little, small British superhero tale.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
We managed to do everything. He was planning to stop a wedding, but he didn't.
He didn't. No, that's a twist.
For the AI, the final image.
Mark is seen standing on his yoga mat, looking out at the city he's just saved. He knows that there will always be another battle, but for now, he's content in the knowledge that he's made a difference.
Wistful. Ours was wistful as well.
I suppose so. A little bit less wistful. I mean, like the yoga mat undercuts it a little bit. It never sort of really established what his powers were. I assume that they were yoga mat based.
Yes, I think they're definitely yoga
maybe
mat based.
Like wind powers or sort of stuff like that. Or it's hot. Hot yoga was his.
He flew around on a yoga mat, like
Yeah.
a gong bath or something like that.
Yeah, sort of an Aladdin style thing. You know.
That was the way he might have got around that superhero.
Yoga mat is the modern flying carpet.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, so I have a tagline and a title that the AI gave it. Usually I help, but I helped push you a little bit too much.
You didn't. You've done the necessary work.
So if you're stuck, I'll help. I don't want to.
Okay.
I want to leave it up to you. I will tell you what the AI had as their title. Their title is The Mascot Avenger.
The Mascot Avenger.
Yeah, because he's a mascot, and I guess Avenger is kind of like a superhero.
Okay, yeah, I've got to get the superhero angle in here. And tend to do
the tagline is very much on just trying to get as many of the prompts as possible. The kitchen is his battlefield. The wedding is his mission. Given that the kitchen and the wedding featured very, very scant after the first couple of bits, that I don't really think we saw much of a kitchen battlefield, but there we go.
Okay.
Tagline makes it sound a more interesting movie than it was.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for mine. I'm trying to condense our quite, let's say, full movie into one title, because we had a lot, so... I don't know. What could I have?
Or do you want to do like on the Mandrex thing? Maybe just call it Soft and Strong.
So, what the title?
Yeah.
Okay. So look, I'm gonna go with you. I have no ideas. I mean,
I was meaning to give you a bad suggestion you would disagree with.
Look, every suggestion to me, Glynn, is better than one I've got. I think.
I mean, to be honest, given what the ending is, that Soft and Strong. It kind of works.
But it does keep we've gone for the toilet roll angle again, haven't we? When I say
Yes, but it has about 1.5 meanings, so,
soft and strong.
His road back will be very, very long.
Okay, you've got it. I can't come up with anything better than that. Soft and strong. Is that the title of the movie?
It is, and the tagline is his road back will be very, very long.
I am not seeing this movie. No one is.
All right, then let's just call it Mandrex.
Mandrex, yes. Okay, I'm going to go with anything. Anything is Mandrex, soft and strong. The road back.
Very, very long.
Right. Okay, yes.
So that's it. So the title is The Mascot Avenger versus Mandrex.
I think it's a hit.
Okay.
I think let's take it to the producer.
There we are. I mean, they're just going to be battling down the door, Marvel trying to reinvigorate things with original IP.
I mean, it's, I wouldn't say it's simple. I wouldn't say
after 60 years of comic books, you'd think everybody had everything has been taken, but Mandrex and Mr. Mand, I think, are still,
I mean, they will be talked of in 50 years. I think
exactly. The genesis, you heard it first here.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So this has been great. This is the point at the end of the show, because people are filing in to start to do the comedy, where it's goodbye, really. But if you've got any social media channels or things to plug when this eventually comes out, then
I have just to plug my Instagram.
Yep.
Paul Little Comedy.
There we go, Paul Little Comedy, and come and see us at the Comedy Cat with people like Paul every weekend, and that's fantastic. Thank you, that was great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Glynn. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.